I'm Olivia, and Mila is down there on the floor again. I film a couple videos at a time, and I had to kick her off in order to get my next book, which is Hyperbole in Half, Unfortunate Situations, Flawed Coping Mechanisms, Mayhem, and Other Things That Happened by Allie Brosh. I had to write the title down on my paper because I didn't want to have to crane my head around. So this is basically this started out as a sort of hybrid blog slash webcomic, and you can see the pages here and all the different little stories and vignettes are color coded, which I love. I love the fact it's like, okay, I want to read about the dinosaur, and the dinosaur was, I believe, red. So let's see if I can find the red pages that are that story. Maybe not. I could have sworn they were red. The dinosaur, of course, was a goose. And most of these stories, I'm sure they were red. Oh well, I'll find it. But still, I still like the way the book is laid out, and it's colorful and pretty, and some of the stories are hilarious, and some of the stories are kind of tragic, and a lot of them are really are really relatable. So the legend is that Brosh was postponing studying for a physics exam when she decided to start a webcomic slash blog. The blog took off, and Brosh found herself to be a professional artist and webcomic creator. Hyperbole in Half has no real through line. It's little vignettes, like I said, many of which were published on the webcomic. But I've also always liked book versions of things that can be found online. Even in this day of cell phones, there's something about a book that feels more portable and convenient for me. I mean, I could dial up her blog and read it anytime I want. But it's just kind of nice to have it in this little portable format. I also have, I bought them for Alex at first, but they've become my books. A lot of the little books of episodes of Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I have them in my collection. And sometimes I'm like, I'd like to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, but I don't feel like wrestling with the electronics right now. And I'll go pull the book down, go do and read it. It's real nice that way. So, one of the blog stories that I'm recording this on December 23rd. This is going to go live on New Year's Day. And one of the stories that's not in this book, unfortunately, is The Year Kenny Loggins Ruined Christmas, this is kind of a pity because, it would make it kind of seasonal. By the way, I did not plan for either of these to come out at this time of year. It's just with everything that was going on in my life. That's how it worked out. But some of the stories in here also, that a lot of the people, you'll see sometimes people post the Kenny Loggins story. Basically, the Kenny Loggins story, they're all things that happen, but they're a little exaggerated, hence the term hyperbole. But basically, it's about her deciding she wanted to do a Christmas pageant at home, and her family was getting increasingly drunk, and they decided to bring the baby Jesus a Kenny Loggins cassette tape, and it started everybody laughing and making jokes about Kenny Loggins. So it's a hoot. If you want to go read it, it's hilarious. But some of these are similar kind of iconic. They're things that people post. The section titled "This Is Why I'll Never Be an Adult" is the source. You may have seen a picture of a blonde girl in a pink dress holding a broom, and frequently she'll say "clean all the things." That some people have it as like their icon, and like some people like, "This is my mood today," kind of a thing. It's kind of old because it's books from like 2013, but you'll still see it from time to time, and this is the source of that. She also has a big 2-part post on depression, which a lot of people find really relatable. And sometimes that person who finds it relatable is me. This one has one panel in particular where people are offering her solutions to her depression. Let me see if I can find this page here. She says she's got dead fish in her hands, and the person's like, "Keep looking, I'm sure they'll turn up somewhere." And she responds, "No, see, that solution is for a different problem than one I have. That's the story of my life. I actually had a fight with my boss this week on that very subject, where I had a problem, and he assumed it was a different problem and offered me a different solution. I'm like, that's not the solution for the problem I'm having. I came home and told Alex, I'm like, I need this on a t-shirt, or a keychain, or maybe tattooed on my forehead, because, yeah. And Alex found it relatable as well. So these, like I said, the little vignettes are funny, relatable, and sometimes hit a little too close to home. It's just an amazing book, and I recommend it. Since it is comics and just a little bit of text, it is a very quick read. And Hyperbole in Half by Allie Brosh. And she has a second book that came out during COVID, and I've got a whole story about that. But we aren't going to do that one now. I'm going to do, next up is going to be the Fantastic Strangelings Book Club book for December was Cape Fever by Nadia Davids. And I read that book. I stayed up till 3 in the morning finishing it. So that book's definitely going to be up next. And then perhaps, but I've also got a couple of other books that I was working on. Princess Academy by Shannon Hale is over there right now. So that was what I was going to do. We'll see what comes up after that. And then, of course, there's going to be the January Book Club book. And I just joined a different book club. And so we'll see what happens with those books as well. So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share. If you have any books that you'd like me to read, please post them in the comments. And Happy New Year. Bye-bye.